Welcome to Taz Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is April the 26th, 2023. It actually is April 26th. I am doing a video late at night. I'm drinking my milk. Ugh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got NXT's Spring Breakin. That is happening, ladies and gentlemen. We got championship matches. We got a first ever trunk match. We got a debut. So let's get to it. We got a lot of things happening here. But we do know that next week there will be a North American Championship match. It'll be Wesley versus Drew Gulak. Tyler Bate will be in the corner of Wesley, because Charlie Dempsey is going to be in there as well. In the corner of Drew Gulak. We don't know what he's going to do. What else? What else is happening next week? I forgot what happened. I think Gigi Dolan is having a match with JC Jane. And JC Jane talk about Gigi Dolan's family and how she was in a bad home, I guess. I don't know. And then she said her little brother will be at NXT watching at front row. So, that's going to be interesting. We're going to see a lot of mocking from JC Jane to Gigi Dolan to the brother. Get used to that. So, let's first match is the first ever trunk match. All you have to do is put your opponent through inside the trunk of a car, a old car, 1940 something. I think Big Joseph just said. It's like an ambulance match, but you put him in a trunk, and the trunk had blankets, it had pillow. I think it had a pillow, not two pillows. There's gonna be two guys going in there. They should be having two pillows. But it looks a little comfy. Not very comfy when you're a long human being, and this thing looks like an oval looking trunk. So it's not really comfy. But it was a pretty decent match. We got Joey D'Angelo and Stacks versus Pretty Deadly. Pretty decent match. But the winner of that match was Tony D'Angelo and Stacks getting the win. Wow, that's a big win. And then when they shut the thing down, the trunk, the door, they went to the ring to celebrate their win and show off to the fans, or celebrate with the fans. And then they went in the car and they drove away with Pretty Deadly in the trunk. What's going to happen there? Ladies and gentlemen, then we have Braun Breaker versus Andre Chase. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Andre Chase did some defense, but the winner of that match was Braun Breaker with the Steiner recliner. Is that what they call it? So that happened there. Ladies and gentlemen, Braun Breaker gets the win. The new improved Braun Breaker, the heel Braun Breaker. Then we had Cora Jade versus Laura Valkyrie in a match. Pretty decent, not bad, but the winner of that match was Cora Jade, because Cora Jade brought the stick out, and everybody's getting distracted by the stick. The referee, Laura, everybody was getting distracted by the stick, but ladies and gentlemen, Laura kicked the stick out of Cora Jade's hand, but Cora Jade still wins the match. Then we had Carmella Hayes versus Grayson Waller for the NXT Championship. I was surprised this wasn't the main event. It was a pretty decent match. Everybody was loving it. But the winner of that match was Carmelo Hayes after Grayson Waller's leg gave out on him. He hurt himself, and that's how he lost the championship. And then at the end, Carmelo Hayes challenged Braun Breaker to NXT's Battleground. And ladies and gentlemen, and then they were waiting, Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes was waiting for Braun Breaker. His music hits, but Braun Breaker came from out of nowhere behind them, and Braun Breaker spears Trick Williams. And then he attacks Carmelo Hayes, and then he attacked Trick Williams. Trick Williams was outside and Carmelo Hayes was outside the ring, and then he got speared through a wall. But if you guys all remember that balcony, they destroyed the wall where that balcony is. It did not look like it's a really tough wall because it was really close to the fans. So we don't want the fans get hurt. There was like a little child, a little girl in the front row. So we don't want them to get hurt. So, because when Braun Breaker came out of the hole of the where he broke it, he was smashing pieces, and this piece almost landed into the front row. If it's wood, the fans could get hurt. Thank God it looked like a really cheap drywall or something like that. Really cheap. That looks like paper. I'm not bad about that. It was a pretty cool spot, but I do understand why they did it. Why it looked like a piece of paper when they went through it. I understand. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe they just want to do that, but I could be wrong, or I could be right. But let's see. But we can't see. They're not going to tell us. But let's see what other people say in the comments below. What do you guys think about that? Then we had Josh Briggs and Paul and Hanley would be versing Kiana James and the new improved Brooks Jensen. And ladies and gentlemen, it was an okay match, not bad. Not mixed tag team matches are not really fun. Now I got the burps. You can't stop. Jesus. It was an okay match, but mixed tag team matches are not always that great. But the winner of that match, oh my God, Jesus. The winner of that match was Josh Briggs and Fallon Haley. And because, ladies and gentlemen, Brooks Jensen screwed up the cheating part by hitting Josh Briggs with the bag. Kiana James slides that bag in and tells Brooks Jensen to hit Josh Briggs with it. And then when he does, Josh Briggs ducks, and then Brooks Jensen swung that bag and he threw it, and then Kiana was on the apron and the ropes got pushed. So she got knocked out. She got knocked down. The winner of that match was Josh Briggs and Paul Hanley. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Kiana James was done. But Brooks Jensen was keep on asking, are we still together? They're not together. And he thought she loved him. And she said she never loved him. Just like what Josh Briggs and Paul Hanley told him in the beginning. And ladies and gentlemen, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen hugged it out. I'm guessing we're back to Paul Haley, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen back together as a unit. That's good for them, but ladies and gentlemen, I feel sorry for Brooks Jensen. But ladies and gentlemen, then we had the debut of Abba Fami. I know I said that name wrong. Versus Oro Mensah, the NXT UK guy. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. I thought this Oba guy was really good in the ring. He's a big man. Oh my goodness. I can see why he was throwing furniture outside. Now he's throwing human beings around. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Oba getting a win in his debut match. I know I botched it, so don't get mad at me, please. Then our main event is a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship match. Championship on the line. Indy Hartwell versus Roxanne Perez versus Tiffany Stratton. And ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. Indy Hartwell got injured, and she got taken away to the backstage. She got taken to the backstage. So we had a one-on-one between Tiffany Stratton and Roxanne for a bit. And then Indy Hartwell runs back in the ring, but you've seen how bad her leg was. She hurt her ankle because every time she was trying to do a kick, like a knee lift or a foot kick in between the ropes, she tried to put her opponent's heads pointing out of the ring, and she will be on the apron and doing this, kick them in the head. She couldn't do it. She couldn't lift her leg up. She couldn't lift her foot up. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match, and still the champion, is Indy Hartwell. She retains the championship. But we heard that Tiffany Stratton does not want to be drafted to the main roster yet. She wants to remain in NXT and keep training. Will Triple H do what she asks? Will Triple H let that happen? We don't know what's going to happen in the draft. But at the end of the show, we saw Tony D'Angelo and Stacks on a dock, and it looked like they threw pretty deadly in a lake. So I believe that they written pretty deadly off in NXT. They're heading to the main roster. They're going to be drafted. It sounds like they're getting drafted. So let's see what happens in the draft on Friday. Or if they don't get drafted on Friday, they might get drafted on Monday. We will find out. And maybe on Friday we will find out where this World Heavyweight Championship going to be. Would it be in Raw or would it be in SmackDown? Wherever Roman is going to be, the World Heavyweight Championship is going to be in the opposite brand. If Roman's on SmackDown, the World Heavyweight Championship will be on Raw. If Roman's on Raw, the World Heavyweight Championship will be on SmackDown. And who is going to be the first ever World Heavyweight Championship in this era? Not in the 2010s, in the 2023s. Who is going to win the title? People are saying Cody Rhodes, but people are saying that Cody should beat Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship. But the question is, are they going to keep Cody Rhodes in the same brand as Roman Reigns when they do the draft? Because if they do that, if they keep Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes in the same brand, remember, Roman is defending the Undisputed title, whatever brand he goes on. If he's on SmackDown, he's defending that title only on SmackDown. SmackDown Superstars that he's going to be wrestling. He's not going to be defending against any Raw guys. So if Cody is with Roman on SmackDown, that means yes, Roman and Cody will have a match at SummerSlam maybe. Or I don't know what Night of Champions is Roman Reigns supposed to be doing Night of Champions, because every title is supposed to be defended at Night of Champions in May 27th. Will he be defending his world title at Night of Champions? I don't know if all of the women's titles are going to be defended, because it's going to be in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia doesn't really like girls, how they dress in America. So we don't know what's going to happen with the championships. Is all the championships going to be defended at Night of Champions? What in the hell is the point of the Night of Champions if not all the titles are going to be defended at Night of Champions? Because some people can't travel. And some of them are champions. People are saying Sammy can travel. And he's the tag team champions. But he's defending the tag team titles. But that's in May 27th. That's May 27th. If he wins on Friday, he could still lose them the weeks before May 27th. It's only April. Right? It's going to be April 28th when he's defending that championship on SmackDown. So it doesn't matter if he wins it or if he doesn't. It doesn't really matter because is the Usos allowed to be in Saudi Arabia? I think that's only in Canada. I think. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, we will find out what's going to happen in Night of Champions. We will find out if all the titles are going to be defended. That's what every time I watch a Night of Champions, every championship is defended. Maybe that's why they're putting the World Heavyweight Championship, because Roman Reigns is not going to be defending it at Night of Champions. They need a World Championship to be defended on a pay-per-view, on a premium live event, but Roman is not going to be defending his world title in that event. So maybe that's why they have this World Heavyweight Championship. But people don't understand this. Roman is the undisputed champion, right? Yes, he has 2 titles. But they're recognized the undisputed championship as a one championship. Roman's not defending the WWE title and the Universal title separate. He's defending both titles. It's supposed to be a one world championship, but they did not make a design for the undisputed championship. So it's not like what the tag team titles they did back when they did Judgment Day gets a shot at the Raw tag team titles, and Ricochet and Braun Strowman gets a shot at the SmackDown tag team titles. Ever since Roman unified the world titles at WrestleMania, and every time he defends the titles, he's defending both titles. So, no, Roman does not have 2 championships. He's only the undisputed champion. But remember, when they did this in 2002, they had the undisputed WWE Championship on SmackDown. They changed it to WWE Championship. They could do the same thing with the Universal WWE Championship. Could turn into WWE title. But they're not going to do it right away. They're not going to do it right away. But the Undisputed Championship is a one championship. I understand there's 2 different names and there's 2 different championships. But when Roman defends that title, he's defending both titles as one. Just like if I had 2 cups like this, and I have 2 of them and I'm defending them, I'm defending one. I'm not defending it separate. It's supposed to be a one world championship. They just did not give him one title yet. They might give him one title, give him a new design, or let him keep the WWE title or the Universal title on that brand. We don't know what brand he's on. Maybe Triple H says that the WWE title could be the undisputed WWE Championship. You keep that title. Maybe they're waiting. Well, we have to wait. Maybe they know the plans. We don't know the plans. But maybe if he's going to Raw, he might have the WWE title. But if he's going to SmackDown, maybe he's keeping the Universal title, the blue one. And the World Heavyweight Championship would be on Raw. Because that World Heavyweight Championship could be on any brand. Because there's no color on the strap. It's just black. Just like the WWE title. It could go anywhere. I'm hoping they keep the WWE title and they get rid of the Universal title. And then it's like the old school again. We had the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE title on 2 different brands. That I can't wait for. I hope that happens. And I hope they separate the tag team titles. Because the same problem what they did with Roman, they're still going to have people from Raw fighting on SmackDown for the tag team titles. And we're going to have SmackDown guys coming to Raw to fight for the tag team titles. Separate the tag team titles, and please let's have a normal brand split. The women's tag team titles, I think they could stay because if they're going to do brand split with the women's tag team titles, I think we're not going to have any tag teams. We still don't have any tag teams, so I think they should stay as it is. But you could make a lot of tag teams in the men's if you're going to bring a whole bunch of NXT guys for the Raw and SmackDown. Split the tag team titles. There's a lot of tag teams on Raw not getting a shot. There's a lot of tag teams on SmackDown not getting a shot. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson is not getting a shot. Because it's always about Kevin Owens and Sami and the Usos. Nobody else. Judgment Day is not getting a shot. Humberto and Angel is not getting a shot. Alpha Academy is not getting a shot. Street Profits is not getting a shot. Why is nobody else getting a shot of a championship? That I don't understand. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for AEW results. That's all for me today. Tyler's out. Bye.